Good. Hey, I was about to say morning, but no. Hey, man, rise and shine, family. You know how y'all doing? Hopefully, y'all got some great rest. Hey, I'm already on it, man. I've been up since like 7. I took a little nap from at 3. I feel good, bro. I just had a workout. So I'm about to have a second one later on. But hey, I'm about to drop these gems for y'all, man, because just know you got to hear it. And I appreciate all the people, man, that are subscribing and actually listening and actually watching. I really see that. I appreciate it, man, because without y'all, I don't know where I would be. So I really thank y'all, man, to all the new people that subscribe, man. Welcome to the family, man. Welcome to the, welcome to the university, because what it do, family? It's your boy Darius, it's your boy D Hoops, aka Chosen Star Seed, man. You got that God in you, and I'm back with another great video, man. So look, bro, I know y'all see the title of this shit, man. I'm gonna get straight right into it. Y'all know how we get, man. So I know a lot of you see the title and like, what the hell you talking about? Like, don't talk about my Lord and Savior like that, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, hey, I understand. I'm not here to, shatter your reality, because your eyes can only comprehend what your mind is ready to fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your mind is at that, frequency to decipher and use discernment for what is going on, then you will know what I'm talking about. You will know that God and Jesus are titles. You got the most iconic people in this world calling themselves Jesus, and people don't even know where the word even originated from. There was a human there. Okay, first of all, and I'm gonna put the facts on the screen too, just because it's good to know something of who you worshiping. First of all, a man that goes by, he went by Caesar. He was part of the, part of the Roman Empire. He was the one that implemented the image of who the Messiah was, just because of what he did in his time. All that shit in AD and all that, that's from pagan worship. These people literally didn't know what to call this person, because they felt like, this was the most perfect person in my eyes. I'm gonna call him Jesus, because they were literally forcing their God upon our people just to enslave us and to keep us enslaved for times to come. We've been asleep since the AD timeline. This is like, like a lot of you feel as if we are in 2022, about to go 2023. This is a pagan calendar, because think about that. How could you tell what time it is? Time doesn't exist. Time doesn't exist. Clocks do. So therefore, you look at this motherfucker, you wouldn't know if the sun is literally like at 12 o'clock or whatever. You just going from sun up to sun down. So therefore, you stop trying to sit here. Like, time is implemented as an agenda to keep you motherfuckers on point on what you got to do, because you have to put them slave hours to somebody else. You don't have time for yourself. You got 24 hours in a day, and you feel as if you're tired. If you really want to do something, you would goddamn do it. You would really put in that work, and you're ignorant because you don't care to learn about your own history or history around you, because you make an excuse for yourself. You're too distracted by what's going on, and you don't understand that you worshiping Satan. Because you got to realize Satan is out here walking around with a cross, calling himself God too. There are people who literally sold themselves out for money, glory, riches, fame, popularity, all that shit. And they're calling Satan God. You don't know what they worship, because why would somebody tell you, what they're worshiping really? Because they know that that's a title. If you knew what titles are, you would know that they don't mean shit in this world, because you even got married couples who promise to not cheat, none of this shit. They make vows, all that, and they still fucking break them. Come on, like, even relationships, that shit don't mean nothing. That's exactly why people are okay with having friends with benefits. It is okay to have sex, because why? You already know marriage is a title. That is pagan worship, and that is not of God. So therefore, how can you please God? You need to know who God is. If you know look up what is God's real name. That is a pagan title. They literally put God on something because they didn't know what to call it. This shit going on, they knew, like, what the hell is this? What's going on? These trees, the sky, the sun, the moon. Like, what is that? Like, that's God. They don't know what to call it, because they don't care to go deep within the roots of our own creator, our own divine creator, our own self, our own consciousness. That's the thing. But y'all don't remember that we were literally with God, with Elohim too, and Elohim meaning the male and the female, the man and woman counterpart of who we are. Because if you think about it, we see men and women in this world, but just know God is not a human, because God doesn't lie. So therefore, you can't really you can't put, a lot of people can't go past the title of God, because it's just God. And they've been doing it for so long. You keep worshiping something up there. You think of figures gonna come in the sky and you believe a rapture. First of all, nobody knows the end of time besides our divine creator. And by that, you're going off of time. That does not exist. Clocks do. So therefore, you're going off of a Bible that is implemented to put fear into you. Our creator does not portray fear. Do you feel what I'm saying? So therefore, you are literally worshiping Jesus. You don't even know who Jesus is. That came from a white man. And I know you're going to say, man, don't make it about race. But you think about it, it is about race, because this is how this shit happened. This is how Lucifer did this shit. Mind you, but I love white people. I love every gender. I love every race. I love everybody. But it's just a simple fact that when you have somebody who gets casted down, they have an agenda, that's the target. They make it seem like this race of white people is very superior to us. At the end of the day, we all one under God. We all bleed the same. So, and actually not all of us do, but we all bleed the same if you're human. So it's like, you're no different from me. You have eyes, I have eyes. You feel what I'm saying? We all could learn this shit. But now it's just the fact who or what did this shit. Who, like, that, you can't sit here and tell me human beings sat here and implemented this kind of agenda for so long. Since the timeline of AD and BC? Are you serious, bro? Like, this shit's crazy, bro. We are all beautiful beings, and it's a simple fact. You don't care to learn about your Lord and Savior. So who are you worshiping? Because that is not of God. It says in your Bible, you have to like know the Lord's name. That his name is Yahshua, Yahusha. If you were looking at Hebrew text and all that stuff, they had to burn those Bibles up because they said, no, we don't want you to worship what you want. You're going to worship what I want you to worship, or you're going to die. Simple as that. And it's just like when fear goes along and you're not really able to think on the divine consciousness, you're going to go with, that lower instinct because you are scared. You are operating at fear. So therefore, your decisions are not really your decisions, because if you were your higher self, you wouldn't know what to fucking do. You wouldn't know how to put yourself in that situation, because why? You don't serve no man. You don't serve no man but the most divine creator. So on top of that, y'all up here calling somebody Jesus. Y'all don't know who Jesus, where that title even came from. Came from pagan worship. That is not of God. You feel what I'm saying? That is not. It is not. And y'all don't know. And it's not your fault, but you have to learn this. Your pastor won't even tell you this. The son of Yahweh, son of Yahshua, Elohim, meaning the man and woman counterparts of human beings. You know what I'm saying? God is a woman and a man. God has a name of Gaia, Mother Nature, Planet Kai. All these women out here, that is of God, but God is not a human. So therefore, a lot of you are not able to understand that because you don't know yourself. You would know that our divine creator, Elohim, Yahshua, Yahweh, like, this is how this shit went. This is, if you think about how I'm saying this to you right now, this is exactly how Yahshua would be speaking. He was a God. He is not forcing religion on nobody, because religion didn't even exist back then. So therefore, he was simply guiding you. Obey these 10 laws, because Yahshua was the only human / the divine creator. That was a divine creator. That was Elohim. That was God in human form as his son. So therefore, that's why there's the 3 trinities and all that. But you got to think about it. He came down here and he had this mission. He had a purpose to get people to heaven, a frequency of consciousness. You don't stay here forever. So therefore, you have to ascend. This body does not matter. You are used as a vessel from the highest creator. That's why when I talk, this is not me. This is Elohim talking to y'all. This is the divine creator. This is, you know what I'm saying? And therefore, God is a title. So y'all keep saying gods and gods, as I understand. You got to realize we are gods, but we are not God. You know what I'm saying? There's only one God. First of all, God is a title. You feel what I'm saying? They are titles. So, understand, you are energy. You're supposed to know this stuff, and it's okay if you don't, but just know now you do. This is why I'm making this video for you. But understand who you're worshiping. You're not worshiping Yahshua, because if you did, you would keep his name in vain. You would say his name every single day. You would not say God, because you do not believe in titles. That's exactly like cars, money, titles. You're worshiping other gods. That's exactly what he's saying. That's exactly what Elohim said. Do not worship other gods. That's why you had 10 commandments. You obey them 10 commandments, you will be straight for life, because you will know on a divine spectrum that nothing else matters. All you're doing is obeying them, because you are still human. You are human, because if I'm saying, if not, you're not perfect. That's exactly why every day you wake up, you ask for forgiveness. You talk to yourself. Stop praying up. Ain't no figure coming down to come save you. You need to save your damn self. Stop listening to people saying Jesus coming back. Who is Jesus? If you go up to them gates and you say, I'm looking for Jesus, they are going to turn you around, because they don't know who that is. That is a title. That is not the son. That is not the creator's son's name. And you have to go through him to even get to Elohim, to get to the divine creator. So how are you going to get there at the highest conscience if you don't know who you're worshiping? You still worship. You celebrate Christmas. You celebrate a pagan holiday. You still think New Year's is on January 1st. Come on, bro. This is pagan worship. This is no. First of all, and if you know, New Year's is not even in a winter solstice. It's definitely in the spring. So therefore, it'll be in March. So therefore, you still don't know what you're worshiping. And man, a lot of you don't keep the Sabbath day holy. And like, but you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to buy. You're not supposed to sell. You're not supposed to trade. You're not supposed to be working. You're supposed to be resting. You're supposed to be learning. Just chilling, doing you. Now, you're supposed to fast, really. And y'all know that's on Saturday. But y'all don't do that anyway. Then y'all go to church one day of the week. And first of all, you feel like as if you had to go to a building and you don't even know what they worship. They can call Satan. Your pastor could be Satan as well, just disguised as God, giving you the word, believe in Jesus, believe in Jesus. Are you serious? You serious? Listen to your pastor tell you to believe in Jesus, to believe in the title? Hey, pastor, who is Jesus? They can't tell you what his real name is, and therefore, it is the blonde leading the blonde. So in the day, man, I won't make this video too long, man. I love y'all, appreciate y'all, man. Know your history, bro. Learn. This shit is free, bro. It's not even on the internet. Look this up, man. Use discernment, bro. You have to grow to even know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're on a divine level, you will get everything I said speaking in code. But I also put it to a surface 3D level, because your mind can comprehend that. You have to start from the bottom to get all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So use your mind. That's the biggest weapon in the world. I love y'all. Take care of yourself, man. I'm gone.